In the affluent suburb of Lagos, the Adedeji family appeared to live the perfect life. Dr. Sarah Adedeji and her husband Michael, both successful professionals, spent their days buried in work. Their evenings were consumed by business dinners and networking events. Their 3 children, Lily 12, Jake 10, and Mia 6, were left largely in the care of their maid, Clara. Clara had been with the family for years, initially embodying the warmth of another mother to the kids. She prepared meals, helped with homework, and filled the house with laughter. But as the years passed, the Adedeji's increasing absence left a void, and Clara's character began to shift. As the school year began, Lily became more withdrawn, sensing the darkness that had crept into their home. She noticed small changes in Jake's behavior, his laughter fading, replaced by moments of fear when Clara entered the room. Mia, too young to understand, clung to Lily, sensing the tension. One afternoon, while playing in their shared bedroom, Lily discovered a hidden drawer in Clara's nightstand, filled with unsettling photographs and notes. The photos were of her brother Jake without his clothes and was in weird positions. The realization hit her like a cold wave. Clara was not the loving caretaker they had believed her to be. Fear gripped her as she wondered how to protect her siblings. Lily confided in her best friend Emma, who urged her to tell their teacher Miss Ezekiel, but the thought of speaking out paralyzed her. She watched as Clara's behavior grew more erratic, moments of kindness increasingly overshadowed by controlling and abusive actions. One night, after a particularly frightening encounter with Clara, with their parents not available, Lily gathered her siblings and decided they needed to escape. They spent hours in the outhouse, whispering about their fears and vowing to stick together. It became their safe haven, a sanctuary away from the shadows. After a tense week, a turning point came. Clara lashed out at Jake during a minor infraction, leading to a confrontation that left him shaking. When Sarah and Michael returned home, Lily, fueled by desperation, finally broke her silence. "Mom! Dad! Clara is hurting us," she cried, tears streaming down her face. But Michael dismissed her, attributing it to typical childhood exaggerations. Sarah, conflicted but busy, promised to have a talk with Clara the next day. That night, as the children huddled together, a sense of dread filled the air. Clara had been listening, and Lily knew they were no longer safe. The next day, when Sarah confronted Clara, she was met with a chilling smile and smooth reassurances. Clara twisted the narrative, portraying the children as misbehaving and ungrateful. Sarah, torn between disbelief and maternal instinct, hesitated, not fully grasping the danger her children were in. Lily's heart raced as she overheard the conversation. She realized they couldn't wait any longer. The following day, during recess, she approached Miss Ezekiel, her voice trembling but resolute. "Miss Ezekiel, please help us. Clara is not who she seems," she pleaded, her eyes filled with fear. "If you've watched up to this point, please give us a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. Thank you." Let's continue. Miss Ezekiel took Lily seriously, sensing the gravity in her voice. She arranged to meet with the children at her home, creating a safe space where they could express their fears. Slowly, they unveiled the darkness that had infiltrated their lives. Jake opened up on how Clara slept with and abused him on several occasions. With Miss Ezekiel's guidance, the children found the courage to share their experiences with the authorities, and an investigation was launched. As the truth began to unravel, Clara's facade shattered. Under pressure, her manipulation and abuse came to light, leading to her arrest. The parents, finally confronted with the reality of their negligence, were devastated. In the aftermath, the Adedeji family began a difficult journey of healing. Sarah and Michael attended therapy sessions to understand their roles in the children's trauma, striving to rebuild trust and connection. They learned to listen and prioritize their family, rekindling bonds that had long been neglected. Lily, Jake, and Mia entered therapy to process their experiences. Together, they navigated their feelings, supported by Miss Ezekiel and a dedicated therapist. The siblings formed a tighter bond, helping each other cope and find strength in their shared trauma. Months later, the Adedeji gathered in their living room, where they shared stories of their resilience and dreams for the future. The shadows of their past began to fade, replaced by hope and a renewed commitment to each other. As the sun sets over Lagos, the Adedeji family sat together, embracing the lessons learned. They were no longer just a family in name. They were a united front, ready to face whatever came next together. This story illustrates the journey from darkness to light, emphasizing the importance of communication, trust, and courage to speak out. Through resilience and love, the Adedeji learned to heal and thrive, transforming their pain into a foundation for a brighter future. Parents, please do listen to your children. Give them time. Take time to stay with them. Don't always focus on your work, as they too are important. Please tell us your thoughts in the comment section. What you felt about the story, any recommendation on what to give you next.